You're watching Peace Country Presents on CJDC TV.
Welcome back to Peace Profiles. If you know anything about the arts in Dawson Creek, you've likely heard of KPAC, or the Kiwanis Performing Arts Center. I had a chance to catch up with Terri Hanen, the Executive Director of KPAC, about how being fearless has helped her in her position. This is Terri Hanen.
This is a really happy place. Everybody who is here wants to be here. They're taking dance because they love dance. They're taking violin or piano or guitar because they want those music lessons. They want to be able to play that instrument. So everyone who comes here on a daily basis, this is a very joyful place. There's lots of laughter. You can hear the kids in the hallway having fun. It's a social event to see friends that are also in their classes and may not be at the same school as they're at, but they do meet them here. And you can just hear their enthusiasm and their excitement, and you can't help but be taken in by all of it, and, to be part of it and to share that joy with them. And I think that what surprises most people is that there is so much in one facility. People who come from Edmonton say, well, if I wanted to do dance and a music program, and we also have the pottery studio and the quilting guild and a daycare, they would not be able to find all of that in one central location. They'd be driving around all afternoon trying to get their kids to all these different places. So it's very unique. The nice thing about having the daycare here as well is the staff will bring kids over for music lessons or dance lessons, and the parents don't, if they're working, they don't have to leave their jobs to bring them to the lessons. They're able to let the daycare take care of that, so it's a bonus. There's just some amazing artists in this community, whether they're musical or dramatic or painters or sculptors, potters. We do have this amazing wealth of artists in this community and talented, very talented people. Well, I am an artist myself. I'm actually a watercolor painter as well as a musician. And so it just seemed like a really natural fit eventually to get me here. I have worked in other areas in town. I did work at Community Futures Peasley Art for about 7 years. And in that capacity, I did take on some management of a program, and that actually was a real training ground for me to move into management here. I take yoga, and I've taken fencing classes here and a number of different classes, and I've always wanted to play an instrument. So last fall we actually were able to find a violin instructor, and she's also a violin and fiddle instructor. And violin, as far as being the traditional classical violin, really didn't appeal, but the word fiddle certainly did appeal. So I thought, well, why not? I've never played an instrument, but I do sing. So in that regard, I thought, how hard could it be? It's very difficult. It is a very difficult instrument, but Christine Whites is our instructor, and she's an amazing instructor. And she makes it very easy for an adult who doesn't know any notes how to play. So I've really enjoyed, really enjoyed taking lessons from her, because I have a really varied background. And one of the things I did before I actually worked for Community Futures was I was a consultant, and so my basic job as a consultant was helping people write proposals, funding proposals for whatever projects or jobs or programs they wanted to start. So I have a very strong background in that. Community Futures gave me a very strong business background, because part of what I did was help people build business plans and marketing plans, and that all certainly fit what I was going to be and am doing here, was finding the areas to put in funding proposals, as well as I had to have business plans for the Arts Center. I think what I've brought to the Art Centre is that knowledge of how important it is to have a business plan and a good budget and a realistic budget to know where we are spending our money and where we need to increase our revenues to keep the programs going. And that certainly has helped. You have to have a certain amount of that fearlessness especially when you're looking for funding. You can't be shy or hesitate to ask people for money, whether it's an organization, whether it's another business or an organization or the gaming commission. You have to be really confident in what you're doing and in yourself in order to put those funding proposals through. I think it really comes through if they're not genuine. And with the new Art Centre downtown, we are looking for funding for that to kind of pick up some of the extra expenses that we hadn't counted on. And part of what I'll be doing over the next few weeks is sending out letters to some businesses and industry in the community and asking for money. And we may or may not get it. It's nothing personal. I know if people send back letters saying we'd love to support it, but we can't at this time. There certainly will be, nothing. I won't take it personally, but I won't stop asking them for money either. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hello? Are you sure you don't want to? Had I not managed a program at Community Futures, I wouldn't have felt the confidence that was needed to run this facility. Being a creative person, I appreciate the value of music and dance in building a complete person. And that's all it's important for somebody to have. The sports, the education, some kind of musical background, if at all possible. And that builds that individual into a very, very even, round, whole person. So I like to think that I bring a little bit of all of that to the organization and to the people who work here, as well as the people who take classes here. You can't run an organization or a facility like this without help. And between a wonderful volunteer board of directors and volunteers that come from many of our dance parents who will volunteer to help us with costumes and when we have performances, they help us with props and they pick things up and take things down for us, so that's amazing. And the staff, we have just an amazing group of people that work here. Linda Gies is the office manager and Brittany Jacobson is the receptionist, and they do just an amazing job in the office, taking payments and answering phone calls and being the front line staff of the facility. We have great dance instructors, music instructors, and the daycare has just really wonderful staff. And you can tell that they really love being around children and taking care of children. So KPAC is very fortunate in all of those people that we have working for us, and I just want to thank them.
For more information on KPAC's programs for kids, teens, and adults, head to their website at kpac.pris.ca. They really do have something for everyone. Coming up, we're headed to Dawson Creek Mayor Mike Bernier's favorite place in the Peace region. Stay tuned.
Peace Country presents. We'll be right back.